The world changed forever. Superman, cloaked in his red cape, kneels in solitude, surrounded by floating images of lives that once were. He bows his head, grief etched deep into his expression. An unimaginable tragedy has struck. A single act of madness has claimed 11 million lives. The Joker, Gotham's sinister clown, is somehow tied to this horror, leaving the world in shock and despair, trying to fathom this colossal loss. Superman's silence is deafening. The weight of this catastrophe presses down on him, as if he alone bears the burden of these lost souls. The scene shifts, and reporters gather around, relentless in their pursuit of answers. Commissioner Gordon is bombarded with questions. Is it true the Joker has been killed in custody? Did Superman have a hand in it? But the crowd's unease goes beyond these questions. They wonder if safety is an illusion, shattered in an instant. How can they ever feel secure when the threat of annihilation looms so close? Superman's clenched, bloodied hands tell a story of struggle, of a hero who faced an impossible choice and lost. The sense of safety once felt in homes, at work, in schools, it's gone, replaced by a profound, paralyzing fear. Superman's face hardens, his grief turning to determination. He bows his head, carrying the weight of Metropolis's loss. The city of tomorrow, the beacon of hope, lies in ruins. And beyond Metropolis, chaos reigns in Bialya, where the country's telecommunications have been cut to silence the horror within its borders. Reports reveal that relentless shelling has already claimed thousands of lives. Superman's hands clench tighter as he utters a vow. No more. It's a promise. A line drawn in the sand. No more senseless death. No more destruction. In the next moment, Superman is airborne. His face steeled with resolve, fists clenched, eyes blazing. This isn't a routine mission. It's a declaration. Superman is no longer just a savior. He's driven by something darker, perhaps righteous anger or the need to deliver justice. Whatever it is, he is unstoppable, propelled by an iron will. Heaven help anyone who dares to stand in his path. The scene shifts to the city of Garrett in Bialya, where devastation is everywhere. Smoke rises, craters pockmark the streets, and innocents scramble through the wreckage. A young boy stumbles, tripping over debris, his small body battered but still moving forward. He falls, breathless and frightened, yet he pushes on, oblivious to the danger above. The faint whistle of an incoming projectile grows louder, a chilling promise of more destruction. Bruised, vulnerable, the boy is caught in the shadow of doom, a reminder of the innocent lives hanging in the balance. And so, a new chapter begins, marked by loss, vengeance, and an unbreakable resolve. Superman, once the symbol of hope, is now a man on a mission, a god with a vow. What lies ahead may change him forever, and the world will never be the same. A massive explosion erupts, filling the scene with an intense, fiery glow. The force is overwhelming, consuming everything around it with a deafening roar. The city is torn apart, and the destruction is absolute. In the midst of the chaos, Superman appears like a figure of wrath, emerging from the smoke and flames, his face hard and determined. His gaze falls upon a young boy lying injured in the rubble, vulnerable and frightened. Gently, Superman reaches out, his voice soft yet firm as he says, "Up you hop, son." There is strength in his words, a promise of protection that brings a glimmer of hope to the child. The boy, grateful, whispers, "Shukran," the Arabic word for thank you. Superman's brow furrows slightly as he admits, "I'm sorry, I don't speak Arabic, but I should." His tone is filled with regret and determination as he adds, "I'll learn." This moment of connection is abruptly shattered by the sound of incoming missiles. Superman's enhanced senses pick up the whistle of projectiles, and in an instant, he turns, ready to face the next threat. Explosions burst around them, but he stands undeterred, shielding the people around him with an unbreakable resolve. In the aftermath, Superman carries the child to safety, placing him gently into the arms of his mother. Tears of relief and gratitude fill her eyes as she clutches her son tightly. Thank you," she cries, her voice filled with genuine gratitude. Superman, visibly burdened by guilt, murmurs, "I should have been here all along. I'm sorry." But the mother, touched by his presence, reassures him, "It's okay." The people around him look up with hope, seeing in Superman the protector they desperately need. He rises into the air, the familiar red and blue colors of his suit glowing in the light of the burning city below. His eyes harden with renewed resolve as he declares, "I'll stop this." With that vow, he soars toward Bialya's Capitol building, his form cutting through the evening sky like an avenging angel. Inside the building, soldiers brace themselves, guns drawn, but Superman strides forward undaunted, his powerful frame casting a long shadow. As he approaches, the soldiers stand frozen in fear. His gaze narrows, his voice steady as he announces his presence to the leader of the country with 2 words that carry the weight of justice. Mr. President. The scene leaves no doubt. Superman is no longer holding back. He is here to put an end to this madness, to protect the innocent and bring those responsible to justice. The world watches as its mightiest hero steps into the heart of darkness, prepared to do whatever it takes to restore peace. Superman stands amidst the soldiers of Bialya, unyielding and resolute. In an instant, they rush at him, attempting to overpower him, but it's futile. He barely registers their presence, his focus solely on one man, the president of Bialya, seated calmly, watching the chaos with a smug sense of control. Superman reaches out, grabbing the president by his collar and lifting him effortlessly. "I'd like a word," he says, his voice laced with restrained fury. Without waiting for a response, Superman takes flight, carrying the terrified president with him. The soldiers scramble, watching helplessly as their leader is lifted into the sky. Superman's face remains stern, his grip unyielding as he pulls the man higher, far above the chaos below. "I want to show you something," he says, his words promising a lesson that the president will never forget. As they descend, Superman points out the devastation below, the wrecked buildings, the injured, the fearful civilians. "These are the people you were supposed to protect," he tells the president, who stares back in defiance. "No, you can't do this," the president protests, but Superman's voice cuts through his denial. "Yes, I can. I realize this now." With a powerful grip, he rips the president's uniform, symbolizing the end of his authority. "You have no right. I am president," the man cries out. But Superman's answer is cold and final. "Not anymore." Wonder Woman arrives, observing the scene with a silent intensity. She notes that cameras are recording, capturing every moment. "Good," Superman says, his face hardened. "I have something to say." He hesitates, though, uncertain if this is the right moment. Wonder Woman approaches, urging him to consider the gravity of his words. "The world will hear you," she tells him, "but not here. Not in the middle of this, and not looking like that. Wash off the scorch marks, the shrapnel, and the blood. Shave." Her words are firm but caring, guiding him to present himself as the hero the world needs to see. The next day, Superman stands before the United Nations, his appearance clean and dignified. Wonder Woman is at his side, offering silent support as he addresses the gathered representatives and the world. His voice trembles slightly as he begins, "I'm so sorry." The weight of his failure presses down on him, a burden shared by both heroes. Wonder Woman's gaze is solemn as she adds, "We failed you." The words hang in the air, a testament to the fallen and a promise of accountability as Superman and Wonder Woman stand before the world, prepared to face the consequences of their actions. Superman stands before the world, the weight of recent events evident on his face. He takes a deep breath, preparing to reveal something deeply personal, something that will shatter the walls between him and humanity. "My name, my Earth name, is Clark Kent," the crowd gasps, recognizing this as the name of a reporter from the Daily Planet. He continues, I was a reporter for the Daily Planet. As a journalist, I spent too much time writing about the evil in the world. As a hero, I have spent too much time reacting to evils already perpetrated." His tone hardens, conviction clear in every word. What happened yesterday can never be allowed to happen again. Monsters can no longer roam free among us. He gestures to the fallen president of Bialya beside him, stripped of his power and humbled. This man turned his weapons against his own people. He is a criminal and will be tried as one. To those who would do the same, those who would hurt others, know that I will come for you. With a steely gaze, Superman addresses the assembled leaders of the world. "I don't care about your lands or your beliefs. I don't care about your petty squabbles. I don't care if you're a madman or a terrorist, a king or a president. You do not have the right to take innocent lives." His voice is unwavering, powerful. "I am calling for an immediate worldwide ceasefire. All hostilities will stop immediately, or I will stop them." His piercing gaze scans the crowd, daring anyone to challenge his resolve. The final words resonate with an undeniable finality. It's over. Superman has drawn a line, one that promises to protect the innocent at any cost. The world is left in stunned silence, absorbing the enormity of his vow as the scene fades to be continued.